how do I get my track on NCS? What do I do? Where blah blah blah. All this. If you want, what?
Just the way you said that, like blah blah blah.
Blah blah blah. You know what it is. Welcome back, everyone, to Full Circle, the official NCS podcast. Sam again, joined by Dan. Hello.
I'm gonna do a Sam. I'm gonna do like a.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I always. It's different.
Two hands.
It's two hands.
It's two hands,
yeah.
but I don't do that face. For anyone listening on Spotify, Dan just pulled like a what can only be described as a cringe face. I do that like if I'm jokingly doing a photo, but every time I do an intro for Arcade, it's always yo, what's good, people? It's Sam here, back on NCS Arcade as always. I always do as always. Yeah, welcome back. Thank you so much for the support on episode 1. It was incredible. Go on, pop that bottle. See if you can do it without interrupting anyone's conversation.
Oh, sorry, was that?
Yeah, no, it's actually all right.
Sorry.
To be fair. Yeah, thank you so much for the support, the love on episode 1. Seeing your guys' comments in the YouTube video. I think it's just coming up on a week of release, and we've almost hit 4,000 views on the YouTube video.
The comments were insane.
Yeah,
it was so good seeing the comments.
And then also the love on Spotify as well. It's sick to me. Like I mean, you follow me on Spotify. I love sharing songs to Spotify and making them really small. I like doing that. It's the Sam Mason brand. And now I can share my own voice, which is great.
Ooh.
It's very, very egotistical. But it was amazing. I think the chat went well. We've tried to be a bit more
Topical.
Yeah. I think that the issue that we had in the last podcast was that whilst we did speak about things, I think we jumped around a lot. Like we were very after the first 15 minutes, we were just chatting nonsense.
Yeah.
We've also launched an Instagram at NCS Pod as well as on TikTok. So if you guys want to see little clips, then you can go and follow it there. Promo.
Whee!
Yes. And that's a little callback for anyone that remembers speaking about last episode.
Are we matching today?
Yeah, Charlotte as well is really matching.
Yeah, all off white.
It's a new cap, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah, I've got a brand new green cap.
You do a cap every episode?
I think, again, that's just the Sam Mason brand. I've got to keep
The
it
Sam Mason brand.
for the fans. What we do need to be aware of is, which I pointed out about 45 minutes into the last episode, is that there's going to be people just listening to this and not watching it. So when we say, for example, I'll be doing this and they're running, we have to say Dan is now running.
Right.
Something to be aware of. How do you think the first episode went?
I think it was great. I really enjoyed it. I thought that there was a great response from the fans, like even like some suggestions of what to talk about, which I think we'll do today. But I like the idea of having segments. I think Exod mentioned that.
Yeah.
That would be cool. So you could just go to the YouTube description and see what we're talking about and when. But no, I really enjoyed it. I was super excited to do this second episode. So
yeah. And we're back into it now, which is a good thing. And that being said, you mentioned that we had some comments and the idea of sort of throwing a little bit more structure into it. So if people want to jump around, they can. Let's get into some topics. I'm gonna have my phone here. I think what I've realised from first time doing it is that we're a digital brand, right? We had a phone call in last time. We played tunes. It's fine for me to have my phone here. I'm just going to do that.
I did notice the last episode, I was on my phone, like looking down like this for
you
like
moved it around
20 minutes.
So
Yeah. And the best part of the last episode was that snippet of you where I'm like, I've got my water bottle, I'm like banging it against the table, and you're like looking at me like, what are you doing?
Yeah. And Charlotte's in the middle of speaking as well. So all it is just us in silence. And I think you move your bottle from there to there. And I was just like, So yesterday, first thing I want to get into, we officially wrapped up NCS 10.
We did.
Yeah, again, thanks for all the love over the past 10, 11 weeks, right? Is that what we did it? We did do it for 10 weeks.
You said this last time.
But
It wasn't
but
10.
then you guys were like, it's not.
It was more like 13, 14 weeks.
I think we had 30 something releases. So.
Okay, so it wouldn't have hit 10. But all right, anyway, thanks for the love on that whole time. It was really good. It was amazing to see the mega collabs for all the releases. Shout out to all the artists that released throughout the campaign. Super cool. And just to generally celebrate with you guys. Last night, we did official wrap-up party on our Discord.
How was it?
Actually sick. And I always find it stress because sometimes when we do these Discord parties, or most of the time rather, it would be me speaking and Dan sorting out the music that's going in the background. For anyone that hasn't joined them, basically we'll get artists on, chat to them, play like some recent tunes and like some classic NCS tunes. Just generally hang out for about half an hour to an hour, and it's usually really cool. People are really engaged on it. So yeah, guys, make sure you check out our Discord server if you haven't already. We can put the link in all descriptions as well. But yeah, it was super good. It was first time that we didn't actually have, other than the very first Discord party that we didn't actually have a guest on. I sort of freeballed it and there was actually about 5 or 6 artists that happened to just join anyway.
Nice.
And yeah, played some tunes, gave away a hoodie, which RW, you know RW, he has like the dog as the profile picture.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Guy's so active, he's probably going to be listening to this one. So shout out to him for winning that hoodie. That was cool. And then he actually dropped me a few messages of things for the podcast, so we can look at those as well. But it was sick. I think that they're definitely something that I want to do more of. We touched on it last episode, and I think the way to do that is to just have Discord parties and events in general as a consistent thing that then ties into releases, as opposed to working the other way around, what we have been doing of this person wants to do this, so we'll then do a Discord party. Do you know what I mean? Because you've been on them a few times.
Yeah. I was DJ for a couple of them, you know.
Yeah, that definitely works better. Like
just because I can't talk?
No, I mean in the sense that like when I'm queuing the tracks and trying to speak, especially if we're like, we put that one next to it, I'm jumping around, and it always seems, I don't know if it's just not me doing it right, but it seems like when I'm scheduling the tunes up, it's always like a slower gap. I don't know if it's because I'm speaking as well. I don't know what it is.
It's just how you do it, mate. It's a skill. You just got to learn it. You'll get it.
Yeah. How are you feeling about NCS 10 finally being wrapped up then? Not finally. That makes it sound like a terrible thing. Thank God.
Yeah, I think great. Yeah. I think I'm just sort of keen to sort of figure out next campaigns and stuff like that. Like, you know, we better just start planning for NCS 20, you know?
Yeah. We mentioned about the change in circle last episode, the visualiser, which
is controversial.
Very controversial. You know, I got so many messages of people that were like, please keep it a circle shape. Please don't change to a triangle on Discord. And I was like, no. And then I could just hit them with the, watch the episode and you'll find out what I mean.
Yeah.
Maybe clarify that we're not changing the visualiser, just adding a new colour.
Yeah. So that was
but it's a bit more clickbaity.
Yeah.
I think that's it, you know.
But yeah, so
gotcha.
Just for clarification, we will still have the circle pumping around and doing its thing. But yeah, the idea was, would we want a new colour? And I think we said it would be between peach and dark green. And speaking on that Discord party last night, I'm pretty sure that the consensus is peach is the one to go for.
Well,
really,
Dan and I were having this conversation the other day of, let's not say which one we're going to do.
Oh, okay.
And then have it as like a big reveal on the day.
It's
we won't
almost
even tell you what release we're going to do it for. We'll just...
It's almost like when people have a newborn baby, whether they like announce...
we could do a poll, like the day of, and be like, what colour do you think it's going to be? And then
we could have those...
upload it later and...
Yeah, should we do like a video where we have those things and we go like... and it like...
What?
It shoots off
like a baby reveal.
A baby reveal. like
Gender
with
we should definitely do that. It's like a new circle reveal video.
That'd be great.
We're just walking out linking arms.
So I think I prefer dark green, personally.
Well, it's not up to you. It's up to the fans.
Yeah.
Or is it? I don't know.
No, I think it's our decision. And then they were also mentioning about, I don't know if we actually touched on it last time, but like a gold circle, and you were like, we need to save it for a special occasion.
Yeah, I just don't know how we do that. I mean, I'm sure there's
I think
a way.
I don't think it would necessarily be the colour. I think it would be like you'd add the tint to it or the texture.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? But we have spoken about visualiser circles in the last episode, so let's not get too far down that path again. Something that came out quite a lot from people that were commenting on the last episode was like getting the community involved in these podcasts. So I think, like you touched on it, it's a really good place that we can do a back and forth in terms of you guys leaving comments, us answering questions that you have on here, and then feedback that we want, being able to message you. Is that me getting
That's you.
Notification? But yeah, I think that
we could keep it like an exclusive thing where it's like you join the Discord and you get to call into this.
This is the thing I was going to say.
I like that.
I think we spoke about it when we did the Ropes Discord party, when you hopped in for like a bit then, and we were saying on that it would be sick to just be like, every episode we get a fan that can just call in. But
Yeah.
then if you want to call in, you've got to be part of like the Full Circle clan. You know what I mean? You've got to
Yep.
be in there, active, chatting about it, and then we'll give you your opportunity to like call in and answer a question. Because we had a few technical hiccups last week, and one was that you got a phone call halfway through. But that then now we know we can do this. It can be dynamic. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking, shall I just call?
What now?
Yeah.
Who?
I was thinking of calling.
He's not free till 4.
Is he not?
Oh,
well,
this is
he
mysterious.
said till 4.
You can't call anyone yet.
It's almost 4.
No. Save it for a bit.
Can
Save it for a
anyone
bit.
think who we're talking about?
Yeah, this is good. This is really good clickbait.
What does it rhyme with?
No,
quite
it's
hard
going to
to
be terrible.
rhyme.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Oh man. Yeah, you guys probably heard the little ding notification that I just got. If you did, apologies. That was Charlotte messaging me because she didn't want to say something. You can say that.
No,
You know.
I know, but I just wanted you. I wanted you to bring it up actually.
Bring up what? Ah, the fan art. There we go.
Yeah.
Naturally flowing
Oh,
conversation.
that was sick.
Actually
Yeah.
so good.
So good. Is that going to like
Not right now,
No.
but I can make it in
in
clips.
a clip?
Again, on the Instagram, you'll be able to see it, and we'll share the photo as well on the
It's
Instagram.
insane.
So yeah, Heroes of Paris, who she did. I reached out to her a few months ago. She did like these character versions of the circles. I don't know if you remember. So there was like a pink one, a yellow one, blue one, and a green one, I believe.
Mhm.
And they were like if the NCS visualizers were
yeah.
characters. And yeah, we did this Discord party last night, and I realised she was in the chat, and she was like, by the way, I've done some art, and I was like, please send it, because what you sent last time was amazing. She sent me a message for it, and it's like, it's us two
It's unreal.
as little characters, and I was saying, that character is genuinely the energy that I channel. Like, that's what I think. And then we were looking at it earlier, and you were like, oh, there's a little me on there.
Yeah, Dan said it. Well, I'm
Looks
not
exactly
too
like
sure
you.
if it is me.
It does look. It is. Who else is it?
It is you.
Well, it's someone with a bob and a fringe.
Yeah, but
Well,
sorry.
you have a bob and a fringe.
No, nobody knows what you look like, so
yeah,
it's just whatever.
whether
she
or not
thought.
it's me or not.
Well, no,
Let us
I
know.
think that's meant to be you, because it's got the bit when we're talking about
Yeah.
Tokyo Machine,
Mhm.
right? It's got the visualizer circles coming out of like my head here, and then it's got a little speech bubble
It
with
is very
a
cute.
Charlotte. It
Mm.
is honestly amazing. Like, I think we should try and definitely share it on socials. We'll do that for
Mhm.
sure.
Oh, it should be the new profile
Um,
picture.
To be honest, oh yeah,
Yeah.
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 It might even be up on socials before this podcast out, to be honest. So you guys will see it somewhere anyway.
Mhm.
But yeah, I like. It's funny because you were talking about when we first came up with the idea. You being Charlotte, sorry, I need to remember that we've got people that are listening.
Right.
Actually, that doesn't really matter because you'd
Yeah.
respond, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
It's fine. We learn.
It's
as
not
we
like they're going to look at me and go,
go. Yeah, it's
talk
true.
at the same time.
Dan,
Yeah.
he's speaking to you. Yeah. You saying about when we first came up with how we're going to brand this and stuff. The idea of having like that, the sort of cartoon, really cute,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and it's there now. I love it. We can play it into something. We'll figure out.
Mhm.
Heroes of Paris, if you're listening to this, we'll reach
Yeah,
out to you and
nice one.
figure out what we can do. And thank you so
Very
much.
cool.
Honestly, amazing.
Mhm.
We've now, because of that artwork, we've changed on our Discord server again. We did have a channel that was just art, which was sort of general stuff, but now we've made it like design and fan art. So if any of you guys have got any fan arts, again, get in the Discord server or just send us a message on Instagram with whatever you've done. Like, there was the awesome one last week for Slash that was on Twitter. That was super cool.
Oh, that was great.
Apologies because I can't remember who that
I
was from.
I would say though, if you could try and send it to NCS Arcade Instagram.
Oh, yeah,
A
yeah.
little bit of a plug.
Okay.
No, but it's easier
No,
there
that's
because
true.
otherwise we won't see it.
Yeah,
But
Oh,
if
right,
you send
right,
to our NCS Arcade Instagram, pretty much see all.
So
of
now
the
we're going to get a
requests.
bunch of demos to the NCS Arcade.
No,
Instagram.
they're true respect. They'll respect it. I believe
Spec.
it. I'm going through our notes of things that we want to sort of
Oh, same.
chat and speak about. Something that we got. Oh, go on.
Well, I was. Now you go.
Okay, I was going to say wider industry. Now, this is a bit of a techie conversation to speak about, and I'm not necessarily filled in with things.
I think you were going to mention what I was going to mention.
Oh, technology.
Technology.
Oh, that was an accidental pun. What were you going to say then? Go on.
Did you see Facebook rebrand to Meta?
Meta.
Was that it?
I did have that in my head. What I just thought then, that's the metaverse, man. We're connecting. I saw that. So they first of all they rebranded to Meta, but it's not Facebook because it's the Facebook.
It's the
company.
Facebook, which is their like holding company or like parent.
Do you want to
company.
explain to people exactly what that means in terms of them rebranding, as much as you can, whilst I take
as a specialist in this field,
Yeah.
I will give my opinion. No, I think it's an interesting move. It's effectively their parent company, which owns Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, all the rest of it. Is it Oculus or is that something else?
It is something VR. I don't know.
There's a VR one. Yeah. They're now going to put all of that under Meta, and I think they're trying to rebrand it that way because the whole world is becoming. The whole world is. We were talking about it earlier that everyone lives on their phone. We spend more time together on our phones, as in the digital world, than we do in real life. I think they're seeing that and going, all right, we've got all of these tools like Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, etc. How can we put all of those tools together to create, applications for the metaverse?
Yeah. Well,
really
that's what he's touching on, right? Big Zuck. He's talking about this idea of the way that the world is shifting is into this metaverse. I saw a really cool thing that was which is just great branding. I love when it comes to my Instagram a lot, like design things of like these are the reasons that these logos look like this, like how FedEx has the arrow in it and that kind of stuff. Yeah. And Meta is super cool because for all of their sub apps, that like that shape, the sort of it's like a sort of infinity shape, isn't it? That fits into all the names of the rest. So like Instagram ends in that. You could put that thing as the M. WhatsApp, you'd flip it upside down. Facebook's like the two O's. It's just
that is a bit of a stretch, but
no. That's definitely intentional.
You reckon?
1,000,000%. Yeah, they think that deep about things.
Maybe
there was like something about Netflix for their logo. The branding was obviously it's internet, and flicks being a film, basic. But then the N in the way that it's shaded is like a red carpet. If you think about it, it's not just a red. Yeah. Although they've rebranded quite a lot, I guess. But no, I would definitely imagine that that's intentional. I also saw a thing earlier today. I'm not going to remember exact details of it, but it was like a comparison of a Black Mirror episode to like Zuckerberg talking about this metaverse stuff, and that they've now got this closer to human skin synthetic like material for robots, and it's like it was like him stood with like a Zuckerberg like meta human like looking at him, and it was like just imagining if a robot was just having a general conversation with you. It's
Can you imagine, right, if robots become a thing, imagine if a company and they just sell the one thing, like you can just buy like a Zuckerberg robot. Like, so you've just got Zuckerberg in your like lounge.
It's like Madame Tussauds would really have to rebrand.
Yeah.
There was a guy who, again, I forget his name, who ran for president whenever the last running was. And part of his like campaign, without throwing politics into the conversation, was to give compensation to people whose jobs are lost to robots.
Wow. Like,
because there is a significant amount of people. I mean, robots help. We use... I guess these are robots in a sense, right? The laptops.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's very interesting, all of that stuff. I'm interested to see where Facebook go with it, or where Meta now go with it, and what things come from it, because VR is a super interesting thing. I've never really got into it, but it's very cool.
No, but I do think like VR concerts and things like that are becoming a thing.
Yeah.
We've been offered a bunch of times to do like VR like club nights.
That would be so cool.
Did we do an Unknown Brain virtual concert?
That wasn't virtual, although there's a company using the stuff for a virtual. But no, we didn't do a virtual concert. It was like an animated.
Animated, yeah.
I'm gonna take my laptop
different.
off my chest because that's not.
So, what was I going to say? I was going to say something and I've lost it.
Well, what you have to do, what I've realised is, and I think this is where like my skills come into play, because you can definitely provide much more information when it comes to speaking. Like I've realised now when I'm going through to clip up things for socials, information
and post
is going to...
Are you going to post them this time?
There's 2 up now.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Okay.
that there's more information that comes from you than does from me. I think my skill is just filling
The gap.
space. Yeah. And being
I disagree. I think you're being humble there. But
I think my charisma and pure humour gets me half the way. There we go.
Very humble.
Back again. No, I was still actually on the VR stuff because
Were you?
there's a place not far from here, right, that does VR.
I've been there.
Yeah, you said about it.
I saw a concert from. I think it's like an Australian female DJ.
Okay.
Rez. Maybe she's not even Australian. But that was amazing. It was
And
like
I
I think it was like an album launch or something like. Yeah, and it was all around the world. Everyone went to these like VR spaces, and then she performed live, and you were there at the concert, and you could like move around.
No.
And you could then talk with people that were like in California at the time. You were in the same room as them, but in VR. It was so weird.
Did everyone that went to that event space that day go to watch the concert?
Yeah, it was like an exclusive.
Right,
It was
okay.
booked out for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, because just to elaborate on it, so there's a place not too far from our office. Excuse me, that does like it's VR, but you can walk around, right? Like there's a platform. I mean, is that how it is?
No, there's not a platform. It's just you're in like an enclosed space
Yeah.
that has. I think it's like speakers all around you. I think you do also wear headphones.
Yeah.
But I believe they might spray like air on you.
Okay, so it
As
feels
things
like you're
happen.
somewhere.
But it's basically just in your own enclosed space.
But how does you not bump into things?
Well, you don't actually walk. You walk in the metaverse.
Ah, okay, right. Brilliant. I wanted to speak about the On and On remix competition that we wrapped up.
That has been going on.
That has been going on and on. We wrapped that up,
Yesterday.
which for the time of you guys watching this will be last week, correct? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mhm,
cool.
Yeah.
Timing and logistics aren't my thing, so I'm going to be looking at you guys for that. Numi was our winner. I don't know if you can get that track up whilst I speak about it. You
You
can
know what,
try
I will.
to. But yeah, I think you said the SoundCloud link's not there,
Didn't
but it's
work.
on
Label Radar.
Label Radar. Will be there. Yeah. First of all, thanks to Label Radar and Artists and Relations for putting that together.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly amazing, and for the Cartoon Boys and Daniel Levi for letting us do this remix competition. Numi won it with an absolute banger, and I think we ended up having like 400 or something submissions.
Yeah, it was a decent
Yeah.
amount. Like
It was definitely a last minute rush because I know we were like panicking of like, oh, we haven't got a load, like we need to like pick people out of this, and
Yeah.
But then yeah, you guys all came through. So shout out to anyone that submitted a track. I think it's really good, but I don't know about you, Dan, but I'd like to listen to the winner.
Oh, would you? Well, on that note,
I hope it plays for you. Bruce.
Jesus Christ. That was a snippet, at least.
Yeah, a little snippet. I think what the Cartoon Boys said about that they liked the most was the originality of it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know enough musically to be able to comment on like sonics or actual production level, but I think that the ones that I listened to when I went through, and then the two videos that we did with the Cartoon Boys where we listened to the winners as well as the just a few of the different submissions, that one really stood out as being very unique.
Yep.
And I imagine in a remix competition, that's the biggest thing.
Well, I think so as well. Like you could, On and On has a very specific melody in the drop, which a lot of people recognise, and they haven't gone for that, which I think is a good thing. Actually, I think if you just went for that, it can make it a bit like. I just think having it different would have just caught their ear. For sure, it'd be like, oh, I didn't expect that. I expected the main melody to be in the drop.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that I think Hugo said that was that there's like to a producer's ear, something different like that really stands out.
Mm-hmm.
I think I said when we went through the winners and listened to that and then listened to Numi's track was there's not necessarily a right or wrong way to take a remix, but Numi just completely took it
Yeah.
a different direction, which was amazing.
We've got 3 runners.
Yeah, let's
that
listen
right?
to
Yeah, I was
those.
just gonna
We
play
may as well
those.
go back. We may as well go back in order. So who was second place?
Fact checker. We need a fact checker here.
No, you
I'm
you got
afraid
on
I
there.
don't know.
On-
Yeah,
Is
when
it
it's on
doesn't show
local
me.
radar.
It doesn't show me.
It is. It's.
Shall
here you
I
go.
say Pete?
I know what it is. Second place was FA and Cole Phillips. So let's listen to that one.
This was a different key, which I liked.
Yeah.
Future housey.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's really sick.
nice. And then there was
The Time to Talk Boys. Yeah.
this one. I can tell it's time to talk already.
Yeah. That's really cool.
You know what I love? When Time to Talk do like a lot of their songs would be sort of drum and bass speed BPM. So like the first drop would be kind of like a half time, like very Time to Talky style, Time to Talky style, and then the second drop they'll then do drum and bass. It just works so well.
Yeah. I think that those guys, like, especially in the last year, like they've really smashed it. Like they leveled up their game, man. It's really cool. Actually, Robin from Time to Talk was on the Discord party that we did last night, which was cool. Yeah, and then I think it was the FA and Cole Phillips one, the second place winner. The Cartoon Boys were saying that they're actually going to play that out at their live shows.
Oh, nice.
So they're going to do like their
It is quite a clubby.
Yeah. Because I think that it might have been Hugo that touched on it. The technical ability to take that track to a future house is really difficult. Like it wants to go drum and bass. Like you can do that because of the tempo. I'm not saying that's. I mean, Time to Talk smashed it with the way they did it, but I think for that second place track, taking it to the future house was a really techie thing to be able to do, and they smashed it. Man.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, well done to all 3 of the winners there on the remix competition. If you guys want to see any more of those kind of things, like competitions and getting you guys involved, please drop comments below of what kind of stuff it might be, whether it's, again, just another remix competition. We spoke about Heroes of Paris, the art that she did earlier, whether we did a fan art competition.
You know what I would love to see? I think I saw it in the comments or the Discord, or maybe we even spoke about it. But someone said that, no, it was in the Discord. Someone said they were going to do a, you know those edits where you edit a podcast or a video and you just cut it up and it just looks ridiculous. It looks like I'm talking to you, like just, and then we'll just be silent for like 20 seconds.
Yeah,
and
there's like a Post Malone edit of that.
Yeah.
So he's getting interviewed and I think he mentions it might not be this, but I think he mentions something about a chair, and then they constantly edit him talking about that chair for the whole interview. It's so good.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Somebody, if any of you guys have video editing skills, do that, and again, send to NCS Pod or NCS Arcade.
I thought you were going to say my email then.
No,
I was like, no.
We'll have to cut that one.
Yeah.
That's fine. Another thing that I had in my notes, I haven't got to look at my phone to remember because I know what it was. I wanted to ask you. Now, this might be an on the spot question, but outside of like NCS tracks and NCS 10, what other things do you listen to, and is there any like key tracks that you've been bumping recently?
So I don't actually listen to music outside of NCS.
That's cap.
Ooh, you want to know what I listen to? I'm really at the moment. I'm into. It's really funny because I'm going down my likes, and it's. I kid you not. There's a lot of NCS in here. So my first like is Tokyo Machine Slash. Second like Holy Goof Untouchable. You know, maybe play a 10-second snippet.
Don't want to get claimed.
This is not copyright free, so don't use it.
Nobody
don't
claim
use it.
You need to sub 5 seconds, or it's going to get claimed. That's cool. That's a sick drop.
Yeah, stuff like that. There's a guy called Versace.
Versace, like the clothes?
But with a Z.
Oh, Versace.
Versace. He's got this tune.
We're just going to get claims.
It's less than 5 seconds.
Yeah.
That's really nice. There's a guy called Away, like a electronic producer. He's insane. I won't play anymore, but Away, Holy Molly, who we have released before. She's got some amazing stuff. Phase 1, Fox Stevenson. Who else do I like? Jay Pryor. You know Jay?
I know Jay, yeah.
Have you met Jay?
I don't think I have.
Very
love
cool
Jay.
guy. Very cool guy. And yeah, I mean, like at the moment, I'm listening to a lot of like the Selected. You know, Selected.
Yeah, man. They smash
really
it.
like some of
I
their
really
releases.
like their I love their branding.
Have you seen their new office?
No.
So Nick has been posting on his stories like this beautiful office, and they've got this neon Selected
With
sign
the like
Oh,
and
that's
like
sick.
plants, and it looks great.
there's a few like in a similar field to like NCS and with the visualizers. There's a few that I really like. Selected being one, like the aesthetic that they have, and is it Blank BLANC?
Oh yeah, the visuals.
I love Blank's visuals. They do like it's literally. I don't know if any of you have seen it, but it's like 3 to 5 seconds, and it'll be like a 3D sort of loop of something.
Goes in and out as well.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh
yeah.
yeah, it's great.
I wonder if like in terms of the backgrounds that we have on our visuals, like I know that there's some things like the Lost Sky visuals where it's the sort of the story and keeps going, or the slash visuals that was super on brand with that release. Like, let us know in comments below again and all over socials if you'd want to see more sort of custom things for a release. I think if that was in our capacity, it's something that we'd love to do.
Well,
We definitely want to do that, don't we? I think Pete has had
Yeah.
some like crazy ideas for.
So Pete, just for anyone who I don't think we've introduced.
I don't
Pete
think
yet.
we have. Yeah.
So Pete's our label manager.
Yeah.
Sort of oversees sort of the label and the releases and stuff like that.
And he had like loads of ideas of what we can do. I mean, I don't want to talk about them too much because I don't know if we will do them.
Well, yeah, I think we had some great ideas, but it's more a case of like
Executing them.
well,
Yeah.
it's that, but it's also like it kind of is up to us, but we also want it to be up to the
Yeah.
fans and the sort of community.
Don't people like the still backgrounds?
Yeah, which I think is fair. I just think I think we've moved on from still. I think, don't get me wrong, I think we could get some better visuals. Like, I love UKF's visuals, so they just had some visuals made. They had like 100 visuals made, and then they used those across the year. But it just looks great. Or we could have a custom one each upload, but just a lot of work.
Yeah.
So our team, I don't know whether you've mentioned how big the team is, but we're about the size of 4 or 5. So a very small team. And putting out 3.
There you go.
There we go. Putting out 3 releases a week. You know, there's a lot of like content that needs to be made.
Yeah, a lot of work.
And but we are looking to hire, so we're figuring that out. So if anyone's looking for a job, you never know.
Oh, sorry, I just got another message. I don't know how to make that not do that because my note.
So there's
well,
a
my-
volume thing.
My
on the
note,
top
no,
right.
it's off. It's literally completely off. But it just comes through. That's strange. Yeah, I would say this is probably something that's worth mentioning when we talk about these things. So like, visualizer, circle color, probably something different, but like those backgrounds, take things that we say with a pinch of salt. I think we will really try to execute a lot of the things that
Yeah.
we talk about, and we'll do our utmost. But things take time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's your little PSA. So it's cool. It's a public service announcement for you.
How was Halloween?
Really good. I'm so glad you asked that. I was going to mention Halloween. That's great. So we spoke about last time on the podcast that me and Charlotte were dressing up as the exact same outfit. She completely copied me, but it's fine. We moved.
I saw Charles, but I didn't see yours.
Well, it's the same thing.
Oh right, okay.
It really is.
I must have seen 60 people in the exact same thing.
Were you just like walking
Yeah.
past, giving people high fives? Like,
No, not really, but
Yeah, we
COVID.
We both
Yeah.
went as prisoners, not to the same event. I was in London. You're in Cardiff, right?
yes, I was.
Yeah, but honestly, it was really good. Not to give myself another ego boost, but I can confidently say that the house party that we hosted for Halloween was the best house party I've ever been to. I didn't have to pay for an Uber home as well. I just walked upstairs and got into bed, which was
Wow.
great. But we Dan, you've been to our house before. We moved out like the kitchen table, so it was like a much bigger space. I think we had about 35 to 40 people in there.
I can't believe I didn't go to that.
I know you were out of the city.
That would have been
I
good.
know. And yeah, it was me and my friend Joe, and we went like back to back for 2 hours on like queuing up the tunes. And usually we'd like DJ and do that. I mean, I can't DJ. Usually like some of the lads would DJ. But we were like, we're just gonna go. We're trying to hit the audience. We're going to go in the charts, put on all the
Flow
classic
Rider,
throwback bangers, all
Yeah.
of that, which I find I do consider myself a connoisseur of building throwbacks. I love a throwback tune. We're actually whilst we were setting up for this podcast, we were listening to some throwbacks.
Yeah, they were doing nothing, by the way, to set up for this podcast. I spent so much time setting up
We
this
were
whole
here
thing.
half an hour before you.
It's not true. You are lying.
No, yeah, I don't remember that.
No,
you
Set
are
this
lying.
entire
Sorry,
room up.
sorry. When I'm saying you lied, I'm talking to Dan there. Yeah, me and Charles got this set up ASAP. But yeah, me and my friend, we probably were on we were just sat in front of the laptop or me on my phone for like 2 hours, just when you're just queuing tunes and people are coming over and like, can you play this? Can you play this?
Mm-hmm.
No misses.
Really?
Honestly, everyone was like just jumping around, dancing around.
Mm-hmm.
We did like, you mentioned Flow Rider. We did McFly, Stargirl.
Wow, these are right throwbacks, yeah.
But these, I don't know how globally recognised these tunes will actually be.
I don't know about McFly.
Yeah, McFly probably not. What's her name? Natasha Bedingfield, Christina Aguilera,
Classic.
Pitbull, Mr. Worldwide. Honestly, it was the best house I've ever been to. We had like purple and orange lights for Halloween. Everyone was dressed up.
Wow.
It was good. What did you do for Halloween?
Oh, Dan. This is going to be so sad.
Just compared to that, which
You know what? So I was back at my parents'.
Yeah.
My parents went out.
for Halloween.
Yeah. And I know that's a lie. Halloween was Sunday, wasn't it?
Yeah, but what did you do on
No,
Saturday?
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Saturday night, I mean, my parents went out and I just was at home by myself. I was reading the comments
Dan,
from
you
the
do
upload.
know that you're
That's-
a similar age to us. We went out and you stayed in.
I just had stuff to do, like you guys, you took the time off, so I had to do the work. That's how it works. No, I was just being boring. But-
If you had have dressed up for Halloween, what would you have gone as? Other than the NCS visualizer.
Yeah. I would have gone as. I can't think of anything scary,
You don't necessarily need to be scary. We just said in sync. Yeah, you don't necessarily I was just a prisoner. We had like Top Gun at our party, load of cats. Someone went as Lara Croft, which is really cool. Fairies.
I'll probably go as a fairy.
Yeah, fairies a good one. No, it's a good Halloween outfit.
Yeah. I want to play some tunes from that we got coming up because I remember we did that last time with Tokyo Machine.
Yes, and
it
everyone
was
loved that.
It was awesome seeing some comments on the Tokyo Machine upload. They're like, "Oh, I remember this from the podcast."
Yeah.
All
right, well, let's do that. Did we announce the track last time, or did we just play it?
We did.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Although I wasn't going to, and then you said it was possible to.
It's fine. If it's like 2 weeks before the release, so you can go like 3 weeks in advance from right now.
Do what you want, or just play them to save ourselves.
And say what they are. Like
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
weeks and say what they are.
Yeah, so I mean, we've got a track coming up from Sincole called Melodia. Melodia? Melodia?
I'd say Melodia.
I'd say Melodia.
Melodia. That goes a bit like this. Hang on. It's nice and chill.
Melodia is a perfect name.
It was actually called something else before this.
It was, yeah.
Yeah. And then we have a track called Sleeping Till Noon, which I love the drop on this one.
Yeah, that drop's cool.
I don't know what that would be, like whether it's Future House or not, or... And then, I only play a snippet of this one. But you have to guess who it is. You have to guess who it is.
Okay. You being Sam.
Yes. Me pointing to Sam. In fact, I'm going
I've
to move
got
a bit
it.
forward.
Oh, that's mine. M-I-M-E. I don't know how you say
Yeah.
his name. Yeah. Now got
You
Flo
love mine,
for real.
don't you?
Yeah, he's a good rapper. He's a good rapper. I think
I
that's...
don't think he's called Mime.
No, it's not.
Is
It's
it
not.
M-I-M-E?
Yeah,
It is
it is.
M-I-M-E.
Sorry,
yeah.
M-I-M-E.
Yeah, apologies, man. Yeah, I think that's a really challenging thing to do, to rap on EDM tracks, and he pulls it off, which is good. So there are a few upcoming tracks.
Yeah.
And the most consistent question we got, which really ties into tracks that are coming out, is how do I get my track on NCS? what do we do? Where blah blah blah, all this. If you want, what?
Just the way you said that, like blah blah
Blah
blah.
blah blah. You know what it is. You put me off then. Yes, that's what we always get is how do I send my tracks in? What do I do to get myself on the label and releasing? If you want to be somebody that gets your track played like that,
Just
first
message
of all,
Sam on Facebook.
everyone says this. For Saeed said this when I was do not do that.
Yeah.
Do not message me on Facebook. I've no power. First of all, Label Radar. If you want to send in your tunes, that's where to go through, right? But I think what would be cool to know, and I mean, as detailed as possible as you need to go on this, or not at all. What would you listen for when you're going through and trying to pick tunes to release?
At the moment, I really like songs that have got a great vocal on them. I think I love Splice. I think it's great. It's a great resource for producers. But as a label listener or A&R or whatever you call it, say if I go through 500 demos, I will constantly hear the same vocal sample in all of those demos. So instantly it's kind of a bit of a turn off.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think getting original vocals, I would say, is key. But in terms of a genre, I don't know. I think I'm open to a lot. I just think an original vocal, although some instrumental tracks I love, I'd say there it's more about, for me, high quality production, like seeing that you've spent a bit more time on, you mix and you master.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's an interesting thing. Literally, we touched on the Numi being the remix winner earlier, and the reason for them getting that is standing out with the originality. So I guess hearing things that sound super similar, and that I mean, that's an easy thing to say as someone that, as being a listener and not being somebody that's sitting there and making the track. But I guess the originality is a really key thing. Is there anything like technical? Like I would imagine if you hear something where the production is really subpar, that's obviously not going to make the cut. But is other than like that, is there any specific things that you would listen out for? It doesn't necessarily have to be.
I think I would say it's probably just things to do like structure, making sure that you have the right structure in place. If you've got 24 bars before the chorus, it's not going to fit as a song. And I think with some things that we have to consider is like, if we're going to release a track, we want to make sure that the fans are actually going to want to listen to it further than 12 seconds or something. So that's things like that. But I don't think there's majorly anything in particular.
Okay. Well, that's an interesting thing to say, because I think that like most important thing for people when they're looking to submit, first of all, send it to Label Radar. That's the way to do it. But yeah, there's a few little insights.
ncs.io/demos.
There you go.
There's the plug.
There you go. There's the plug. Do you reckon we're about there?
Well, we are.
Are we going to do the segment?
Yeah, that was my favourite thing.
Sorry, I forgot that. We spoke about that before. Let's wrap it up with that then. So last time when we did the first episode, we spoke about, we said what NCS track would you listen to if you were doing a 100-metre sprint, right? And we always throw this around anyway, like off recording. We just give ourselves...
This is our favourite game.
Yeah. There was... when we were recording...
It's your favourite.
Yeah, no, it's me and Charlotte love it. When we were recording the 10 years of NCS video, the creation of NCS, there was one day when me and Charlotte, we really weren't needed, but we just stood around for like 2 hours and we touched all situations of when you could play an NCS track. So yeah, we thought, let's keep this as a consistent subject. Consistent subject? Is that the right word? Yeah? Subject, topic.
No,
yeah.
Chapter.
Whatever. Consistent thing to talk about on the podcast. This week, Charlotte, you come up with an idea.
I did. What NCS song would you put in a Disney movie?
Ooh.
And bonus point, what Disney movie?
Ooh.
Well, I know what mine is. Mine would be Royalty. And the reason being is because you could put it in, what's it called? Brave yes. With the arrow. Yeah. I can play it, I think, from here. Pretty sure we can both play it, so yeah.
I know how loud that's going to be.
Oh, I can't play it anymore because you've gone on the Bluetooth, but it's fine.
So Royalty?
Yeah. At Maestro Times, Exard, Neoni, right?
Popping off at the moment.
Yeah, that tune's flying. But I just imagine like a scene of like, you know, the main character from Brave. I actually forget what her name is, but her running through like the forest now with a bow and arrow. I just think it's very like empowering. We spoke about this tune last week, I think. And she's like got her bow ready. She's got like the ghouls and the ghosts running at her, whatever she fights off, and she's pulling the bow back. Drop comes. I think that'd be sick. That would be perfect.
That'd be cool.
That's my show.
Yours?
I said, I was thinking like the song from today, so Dreaming of Me. I think that's very Disney.
Or what?
It's very up. It's very like happy. I know what you could use that for.
What do you think? But that's not Disney. That's Pixar, isn't it?
It is.
I did say
Brave's Pixar as well.
Oh, okay. So then
Disney and
we
Pixar.
failed then.
No, it's fine. Disney Pixar.
I was thinking originally Secret Life of Pets. I don't know why.
Again, that's not a Disney film.
No, I know, but that's why I didn't say it.
Can I do Marvel? Can I do Marvel? Since
No,
Disney
you
owns
can't.
it?
No, you can't.
No,
Go
Why not? Disney owns Marvel.
We can do Marvel next week.
No, I'm limiting it to traditional Disney films and Pixar films.
Yeah.
Give me a Disney film.
You got like your Cinderellas, Toy Story.
Pick a song.
In fact, I'm going to play yours first.
Yeah. So we're imagining.
But like part the way through it, I can see in The Secret Life of Pets them dancing with the dogs. I don't know why.
It's not a Disney film.
Neither's yours.
I said you can do Disney
if
or
I can't do
Pixar.
Marvel,
Mine's Pixar.
all right, here we go.
Is it Pixar?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, well let's hope it is.
So this bit.
Yeah, this is very.
I can see this in Up.
I really like this.
I don't think it'd be enough. It was quite
Imagine
sad.
the balloons just floating out of the house, like flying through the city.
Isn't it a bit of a sad film, that?
It is, but it's only because you're remembering the sad scene in it, though.
You're only thinking of Up because it's got balloons in the artwork.
Can you give me a Disney film?
Cinderella. Is that?
Yeah, it is.
Disney?
Cinderella.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know what that's like. The old Cinderella.
Yeah, it's a princess.
Well, you know
The
how it
story of
works,
Cinderella.
right?
What about Cruella, the new
Yeah,
Cruella?
Cruella. Yeah, Cruella. Do not play Cradles.
What is it?
You can't play Cradles. If anyone didn't know, it was in the it was in one of the adverts,
It was
right?
one of the
Trailer.
adverts for Cruella, yeah. That tune does work perfect for that, though. It really does.
You can't say that one, Dan.
Because
that's
Disney
cheating.
quite literally did that. So
Cruella.
A great movie though, Cruella. Actually,
I haven't seen it.
you've got to watch it.
Well, I've
It's
seen
really,
the
really good.
original 101
It's
Dalmatians.
completely different.
It's her origin story, right?
Yeah, really good.
Someone said to me that it follows a similar path to the newest Joker film.
Oh, I don't think.
I think I've got one for Cruella.
Okay.
It's Rival and the Only Throne.
Ooh. Yeah.
Because she takes the
Yeah,
throne.
yeah.
She effectively takes the throne.
Oh yeah.
That is such a good drop. Fire.
Yeah, that's hard, man. That's really cool. All right, well, there we go. That was a bit of a scuffed way for us. We can get more we can get more efficient at explaining what tunes for what situations. If you guys have got any hypothetical situations that you think would be good for us to decide what NCS tracks we want to listen to, put them in the comments below. Also, oh, you're ringing. Also, give us your NCS and Disney collab tune that you would like. So pick a film, put it in the comments, and what NCS tune it
That's
would be.
really annoying, isn't it?
It's ringing now. Oh,
Please pick up. Please pick up.
Oh.
Hello?
Hey,
What's up?
what's up, man?
How's it going?
It's going pretty good. Relaxing. Just finished watching Tron.
Watching what?
Tron, the 80s movie.
Oh, I've never seen
Oh,
that. Never
no,
seen
me
that.
either.
We're
Yeah, I'm taking a film class.
we're on the podcast right now.
You're in a what?
We're on the podcast right now, and I just wanted to like call you up and just chat, you know.
Sorry. Let me explain what's going on right now. So Dan's just phoned Halverson. But Jacob, do you know that Dan was going to call you?
No, I had no idea.
Oh my gosh! Okay.
So I'm on the podcast right now.
Well,
You're
yeah,
on
you
it.
are. So basically, we've got this like road
I
deck.
should have come up with something better than I just finished watching Tron.
No,
No,
dude.
it's raw. It's real.
No. We literally just finished a conversation talking about films. Promise you. And I'm pretty sure
Cool,
Tron
all right,
is
yeah.
a Disney film as well.
Mm.
He's hearing me on speaker, isn't he? Yeah.
He is, yeah. Basically, the main thing that I wanted to call you for is would you fancy coming on the podcast in a couple of weeks? So I think the fans would love it if you
Yeah,
came on and
yeah,
we
dude.
just had a chat and just caught up, you know?
That sounds real good. I'm a very busy man, so you'll have to let me know a couple days in advance.
Yeah, no, I'll get in touch
So
with
yeah,
your
I'd
assistant
love
and
to
just
come on.
put it together.
Perfect. Let me talk to my manager. We'll talk to my lawyer, and I'll get back to you.
Yeah, we'll wire the money as well. Sounds good. All right, dude. Catch you in a bit.
Peace, man.
Ciao.
Amazing.
That was cool.
Do you know what? I didn't actually know who you were going to call.
Sure, I like that.
That's really
There was a bit
good.
of suspense there, wasn't there?
Yeah, that's a good little clippable bit of content as well.
Mm.
So there we go. Confirmed that at some point in the near future, we'll get Halverson on the podcast. We'll chat to him about Phoenix and more. I'm sure about it. So let's get that one in the diary.
Yeah.
And I reckon we can about wrap it up there, right?
Sweet.
Yeah. Thank you again so much, guys, for watching/listening, for the love on the first episode. We hope you enjoyed this one as well. Like I said before, we're going to try and improve each episode and get less and less scuffed and more efficient. But I think we're chatting well, and it seems like you guys are
I
enjoying it.
like this one. It was
Yeah,
great.
really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments below any topics you want us to discuss. Again, what Disney film and what NCS track you would pair up together, and any
That'd be a good one.
hypotheticals that we want to talk about. And we will see you in the next episode of Full Circle.
We need a tagline at the end where we go like, "Where we'll be full circle" or something. You know what I mean?
I think it can go at the start of
All right.
episodes.
Can you guys figure out what that is?
Yeah, find
You
us
know,
a
like
tagline.
what can we have as a tagline to do with full circle that we can say in the podcast?
Mhm.
But yeah. All right.
Let's do it.
Ciao.
All right, ciao.
Bye.
Bye.